Good day everyone, how you going? After I uploaded the video of how the veggies were holding up in this heat yesterday, one of my subscribers asked me for some info on fruit flies because he's having trouble with them. Now we've got this fruit fly trap set up between the two figs, and we just got it hanging on a frame there that we had. I did all this fancy string work so that it wouldn't blow around in the breeze, and it's basically just a 2-litre milk carton with some holes punched in it and some attractant in the bottom, as you can see, and there's one of the holes. Now you've got to figure out how to do the holes, but they were done by heating up an iron or a steel rod and poked through. I think that was how it was done. That one there was done with a cigarette. I can't do that because I don't smoke. But there's a number of ways you can put the holes in. You just got to work out what's best for you. You only want the holes about that big, about 5 to 6 millimeters, because you don't want things like bees, for instance, getting in there, because whatever goes in doesn't come out until you empty it. Right, we'll go inside and I'll show you a few options of how you can do this. Okay, we are now in the shed, and I'll explain a few things we've got here. First off, we have this commercial attractant, but that can be a bit expensive way to go. You can make up your own attractant. That's fairly easy. All you need is some old cordial that's not stale. That works well. We've used that, or better still, some apple cider vinegar, and put a drop of dishwashing liquid in it so that breaks the tension of the surface of the cider vinegar. There's a couple of other things. Anything sweet will attract the fruit flies. Now this is the netting. As you can see, it's fairly fine, and that keeps the bugs out. You can see by the netting, you see how large the holes, or small the holes are there. So that's why you only need to have to put in here about there somewhere, sort of halfway up. You only need to put maybe 4 or 5 holes around that, about 5 millimeters in diameter. I don't smoke, so I don't have a cigarette to do it with, but you can either heat up a piece of 5mm steel rod with a point on it, and then heat it up somehow with like a gas flame, and then just poke it through, or you could use a knife and do it that way. Now to hang them up, you could either, I've got a bit of paracord here. This is just the length that I cut off a reel I've got there, a roll of it. Now here you could make this into a loop to fit over there, and then, like say, you have a longer length of string, of course, and you just put it around there like so and tie it off there, so that's knotted, and then that'll hang in the tree. just like this. So I've got a reel of paracord. So now what you can do here is, I think it'll work with this bottle. Just pull it tight, put a square knot in there, and so that's, I'm pulling on that fairly well, and then you just hang it in the tree. Just hang it there like so. And when you want to empty it or replenish the attractant, you just, while it's hanging, you just grab the lid, turn that round, and take the lid off, and then you can get to it. Another way of doing it is to make this one into a loop. You can either tie a knot in each end of this, like so. And then you drill or bore a hole through the top of this, put another knot on this side, and then have it folded like that, and then you just have your hole there, and then you just feed that up through your hole. So it would be like that, and then you end up with a loop above this, and then you put a string through that and hang it onto your tree. And to empty it, then you just undo the bottle, take the bottle away, and then put it back on again, screw it back on. So that's a couple of ways you can do it. Because this one, you basically just put a string around there like you saw outside and hang it up like so. Now another idea you can have is if you've got a glass jar, you take the lid off. It's just a glass jar that was in here, and what you do here is you get some Glad wrap. Got some cling wrap here, and then you just tear a bit off. You put your attractant in there, and then you just put that over there like so. If I can get it, yeah, that's better. And then just punch a couple of holes in it, like so, with a knife. Twist it around to make them so they're open, like that. And then you just sit that on the ground. Either try and keep this on. You might have to put an elastic band around there to keep it. But yeah, you see you've got the two holes. So you've got these two holes here. You put, say, 3 or 4 holes. You just twist that around like so. Make a hole about 5mm, and then just sit it down on the ground. And the fruit flies will come in, get in there, and they'll go down into the liquid and won't be able to get out. Well, that's a couple of ideas how to do this. And I'll put some more information in the description below the video, and also give you some links to where you can buy some stuff. You can get ready-made fruit fly traps, but they're about $20 and a bit of a waste of money, I think, because you can make one up. All you need is a container of some sort, even a glass jar, and you can make up your own attractant, so you don't need to buy that because it's fairly expensive. The netting, you can buy netting. It's only about 2 metres by 2 metres, I think, for about $45, but up to I think $150 or $160. But for that price, you are getting a net that is 10 metres by 15 metres, I think. But I'll put a link down in the description to a couple of places around Australia where you can get them, where you can get this stuff, and then I hope this has been informative for you. Oh, it's getting hot. I had a look at the phone a little while ago and it's already 33 degrees and it's only, what's the time? It's 10:30. It's 10:30 and it's already 33 degrees, heading for 40. And it's fairly humid too. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching the video and I'll catch you later. Take care, have fun and be safe.